All right, everybody, welcome back to the podcast. The SamuraiBlitzt for another episode. Happy Friday, everybody. It has been a wonderful week. We got Kash Patel confirmed, motherfuckers. Oh! And he got sworn in by one of the baddest bitches on the planet, fucking Pamela Bondi, our AG. That's what I'm talking about. She's a fucking sexy beast, bro. I'm telling you, he got the A game on there. He got fucking Caroline Levitt, sweet Caroline. He's got Christy Gnomes. It's a good week.
I would be like, I want you to fucking introduce me with a goddamn. I want to take a body shot.
Nah, I want.
Come on.
Okay. After you swear me in, can you spit in my mouth?
All I want you to do is spit in my goddamn mouth in front of my family. Is that too much?
That's all I'm asking for. But it's been a good week, everybody.
Much to ask for.
Let's get to it. Let's just raw dog this shit right in. John, what's up?
Oh shit, we're going raw dog now. No, dude, Kash Patel, that's fucking sick. I did not know if Kash Patel was gonna get in, and he barely, what was it, 51 to 49?
Yeah. He got that one vote over.
Mitch McConnell surprisingly voted for him, so that's interesting.
It's his last hurrah.
Yeah, so I actually saw today Ben Shapiro's show, and he's over there talking about how can you talk about Mitch McConnell that way? The stuff he's done and a lot of Trump's agenda would not be in place if it wasn't for Mitch McConnell. Man, fuck Mitch McConnell. I'll say, Ben, I like you and all, but you're such an establishment person, and that's why I stopped watching you for so long. But I don't know. What do you think, man? I think Ben is just too uniparty-ish in a lot of ways, and that's why Crowder called him out that one time.
I haven't seen him lately. I know I started watching him. I want to say back in 2018.
Oh, dude, I was watching him a long time ago.
Yeah, so like nowadays I don't like. All I follow now is, I do a lot of Crowder.
Tim Pool's cool,
and I'm big. Oh yeah, dude, I get all my news literally about 60% of my news comes from Tim Pool or Megyn Kelly.
I don't watch Megyn Kelly, but I like her.
I love Megyn Kelly.
Did you see Megyn Kelly's gonna have a new show with Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens?
I watched Candace Owens. Dude, I love Candace Owens for the drama. She's covering the Blake Lively one.
Too much though. She's covering it way too much.
No, but it's not that she's covering way too much. It's that she's getting the heat, bro. She's lighting shit on fire. I love that girl.
I'm not saying nothing. Like, I'm just saying it's kind of like, all right, like I'm tired of hearing it.
No, she took it personal, and I'm like, girl, if you take it personal, I'm taking it personal.
I feel like it's part of my life.
Yeah, dude. I watch Candace Owens every day just for the Blake Lively cover.
Dude, I guess I don't at all. But supposedly I was told today that Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens are gonna do a show, and it's gonna be on NBC or CBS, one of those two networks, and it's supposed to counter The View. Like, it's supposed to be like a thing on The View. But now I might be wrong. Y'all tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I just feel like the midday housewives are like liberal as shit, because The View still gets 2.6 million views like consistently. So. Sorry, those beers coming up. 2.6 million stupid fucks are still watching it religiously.
But how many people have televisions in their house? Maybe it's like this one chick has it like in like 4 rooms playing as she cleans her house.
2.6 million people are watching it. That's 2.6 million little monitors are on watching it, like live people.
They don't know that.
Yeah, they know that.
How?
You know, they know the ratings.
Okay.
Yeah, they that's why they say, oh, this many people tune into the Super Bowl, this many people tune into the Grammys and all that shit. So they know, like, they get a consistent base, but they're firing people. But I don't know, man. I hope Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens do that, because that would change the culture quite a bit, and that's what you need. You need a culture change, because like right now you have all this policy changes going on, but it doesn't work unless you change the culture. So hopefully, like they say, politics is downstream from culture. So hopefully that they fucking that will be in the right direction to change a lot of these housewives' mindset of, because they're just brainwashed by these 6 chicken heads that are on it.
Yeah,
and a Navarro, you know.
It's all,
Joy Bear, what's her name? Joy Bear.
Joy Bear.
Yeah,
Joy Bear.
Joy Bear. I don't even know her name because she makes me sick so much. And then you got Whoopi Goldberg fucking talking about a sex strike. Remember a long time ago? It's like,
oh, okay, you got us there, Whoopi.
Oh, shit, let me go change my vote, Whoopi, because I want some of that predator pussy.
Sunny Hostin.
Yeah,
that's
Sunny
stupid.
Hostin is
that's stupid bitch, bro. I mean, she just ratted out her own husband.
What did she do? I didn't hear about that.
So apparently, like I don't want to get too much shit wrong. It's like I only schemed of what I think Candace was covering. I think it was Candace or Megan Kelly. So her husband got caught for fraud on insurance. He did surgery on someone who didn't have insurance, and they I think there was a lawsuit on that. And then she went and fucking just exposed the whole story online or on The View and just like ratted out what he did.
Oh, so she tried to do it as a look at how righteous we are.
She was like, oh, well, my husband's doing his best, doing surgeries on people without insurances. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bitch, he was under a lawsuit. Like, you just.
He's probably like, shut the fuck up, you stupid.
Her phone was probably going, boom, boom, like shaking.
Oh my God, you just ratted us all out.
Yeah, but I mean, they're all. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's. I can't. It's hard. It's very hard to like gather a decent sentence for those ladies, and like I don't know.
There's nothing positive.
Yeah, there's nothing good or positive.
Like
about
Whoopi
them.
and all that.
It's just all lies, cluck, 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 cluck. Like remember
the Family Guy?
No, what was it? Married with Children. Marcy, cluck, 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 cluck.
Oh yeah, I like when she kisses him. He goes, she pecked me, babe.
It's the way she talks.
She's pecked me. But let's go ahead and watch Kash Patel get sworn in. Dude, this was a good one for me, bro. I know this one just hit different. Just a fan. I'm just a fanboy of this guy. I like him.
He's our man crush now.
Yeah, dude. I mean, him and Tom Homan, dude, fucking beast, dude. Look at this shit. Look at his kids there. Dude, his wife is hot.
Yeah, I didn't know how fucking gorgeous she was.
Yes, I was like, holy shit.
I thought that was his wife, and then this fucking
get that bitch a Bollywood
and then
movie.
This gorgeous chick came out. I'm like, oh fuck, good for you, Kash.
I know. Look at that. He probably
no wonder he's always happy.
He probably goes nose deep in that pussy, bro.
Oh,
he's
just like
he has a schnoz on him, dude. He has a schnoz on him.
I feel safer already.
Let's go to watch this chick. Is that his mom?
Or his sister?
I think that's
not his sister. I think
it's his sister. Okay, but dude, his wife is hot. Right, let's go ahead and do it.
I do solemnly swear.
I, Kash Patel, do solemnly swear.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Kash!
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith
Bondi!
to the same.
That I take this obligation freely.
That I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and
Bro, you got to see. Look how proud his sister is about.
Dude,
look at his wife. She's looking.
Look at she hasn't. She's locked eyes. Like
dude,
she hasn't unlocked.
His wife's like, I'm gonna suck
That's
that
just
fucking Indian fucking curry dick.
She's just
when
like,
I get out of here, there's gonna be some dick sucking.
That's all pride right there. She's like, fuck.
Oh, you think Monica can suck dick in the Oval Office? Wait till I get my lips on that fucking chorizo.
Watch this.
Oh, I love it.
Dude, I would have been mesmerized by Pam Bondi. Like, oh, I forgot what I was going to say.
I know. Oh, shit. My wife's here. Fuck.
Damn it. I got to pump.
That I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties of the office of which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Fucking Kash, baby.
We're back, baby. We're back. He just goes straight for the podium.
Hell yeah. And he's a fucking G, dude.
Wow. First and foremost, we were just with President Trump, and I just want to thank him. I know.
Hold on, I just want to thank his wife for being just that hot. And
Is that his wife? That's his wife, right?
I guess so. I never seen her, but I mean, I'm assuming.
Right.
Dude, she looks proud of her husband, bro. She's gonna get some fucking some Asian cream pie later.
Bro, she's the first lady of the FBI.
She's just gonna fucking be walking around with fucking jizz dripping from her notch at all times. It's all, hey, I need that notch.
I need the sneeze on the stairs.
No, I forgot. I need that schniz dripping fucking jizz at all times.
She's gorgeous.
He's not
bro.
here in the
She's
room
pretty.
right now, but What a ride we have been on. What a courageous warrior and leader he has been.
That's his
And the faith and
16-year-old
trust
daughter.
he's put in me to lead the FBI is the greatest honor that I'll ever have in my life. And to General Bondi, that sounds pretty freaking cool.
Hell yeah, it does.
Pam, you're my sister, you're my mentor, you're my friend.
My boss.
You're my boss. And the confidence you have placed in me, I will never violate that trust. The men and women of the FBI will be led under your leadership through one standard.
Every guy has to take cold showers from now on because AG Bondi's in charge.
Hell yeah. I would have said, like, let's seal the deal, Miss Bondi. Why don't you just take
Cold showers all day.
Let's seal the deal real quick. And you know what? Just get that little kiddie pool out and just have a golden shower. Fuck it. Let's go. Oh, dude, you know you be about
God, I love America.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, that's epic, dude. Fucking Kash Patel. Who would have thought Kash Patel, dude, coming out and saying, like, I love when he did say, he goes, the day one, I'm going to turn the FBI building into a fucking deep state museum, and I'm going to have all FBI agents go out and fucking fight crime.
Be cops.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're going to go fucking find murderers, fight crime, find these fucking child diddlers. Speaking of diddlers, by the way.
Diddlers.
The diddler himself, Diddy, is gonna fucking his list is coming out soon, man.
Oh yeah,
Did
him
you
and
see
Epstein.
that?
Yeah, him and Epstein.
Pat Bondi said she has the Epstein list on her fucking desk, just ready to go.
Yeah, because they
bring that shit out.
They asked her, what was it, on the Diddy or the Epstein? They were like, is there anything that you've seen that shocked you? She goes, not yet. So she hasn't really looked into it, but the files are there.
Well, I mean, even if it's just put it out there. Who was on it? Yeah. And I want to see the same thing with the JFK. I want to see the MLK. JFK, I'm really interested just to see if anything else comes out.
What if Pam Bondi like opens the Jeffrey Epstein goes, oh, she closes, she's
just like, oh shit,
damn, we're fucked.
I know. It's just you just go open it, it's just Trump's face only. Oh, okay.
It's all a big old. It's all a big old orange weed. You
just see a Cheeto. What is this? Goddamn Trump! You told me to look into it. What are you doing? Nah, but the thing that I feel like Trump's like he's exonerated from that whole situation is because he's the one that's pushing for it. And if it was going to come out where they're going to redact stuff, it would be known. You know, it's kind of hard to do that. Now, the one thing I want to see is just the JFK. I don't think nothing crazy, because a lot of people have said nothing crazy is going to come out of it. But I do want to see those files. I want to see the MLK files. I want to see how they set them up. You know what they're trying to do with them. And a lot of stuff might come out about MLK because there were some rape allegations before and all that might tarnish his legacy. But I mean, it got to come out, right, eventually. And I really want to see, the one I want to see the most is 9/11. Now, 9/11, I want to see what the fuck happened during that time.
So
I think that might shatter. I think that might just shatter the whole country, bro.
Because a lot of patriots,
if the actual truth comes out,
people became patriots because of that one incident.
That was dude. I was 17 years old. I remember, and I was smoking a blunt in my room. My mom walks in and goes, "Turn on the fucking TV." And I was watching at the time. I believe I was watching MTV, because that was back in the day where they used to turn. Remember, they would have music in the morning. Yeah. So you would just put on the TV, put MTV, and they would have music videos cut nonstop. And I think it was
Wait, you weren't in school? I was in school when
I was smoking. I was an idiot, bro. I didn't fucking go to school that much. And anyways, I was smoking. My mom told me to turn on the TV. I fucking did. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh shit. And I think I had just got out of like probation. I think I had because when I turned 17, a week after I turned 17, I ended up getting locked up for doing some bullshit. But anyways, I was turned on the TV, and then that's when the second plane hit. And I was like, holy shit. And the whole time I was like, what the fuck? And I'm just sitting there. My mom was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? I was like, I have no idea. So we didn't know it was a terrorist attack because we never heard the words. Like, I mean, we heard the words terrorist attack, but not in that. Like, you know, not the way it's so common now, terrorist attack, you know? Yeah. I mean, there was like terrorist attacks, you know, you had the Oklahoma City bomber, you had terrorist attacks, right? And then you had they had tried to bomb the World Trade Center before, you know, so there's been like terrorist attacks, but it wasn't like as mainstream. And I was only 17 years old, so I didn't know much about like all this shit going on at the time. So we're like, what the fuck's going on? And then by the time we knew it, it's like, oh, dude, there's a bunch of Muslims that attacked us, because I went to school and all the teachers, you know, they wheel out those fucking those TVs on the trays,
a little tray.
And they plug it in. You get the little cord, unwrap it, and plug it in. And the whole time, all we did was watch CNN or Fox or MSNBC, whatever the fuck was on. I can't recall like exactly what channel it was, but it was just a bunch of shit. And we just watched the news the whole day at school. And everybody was like talking about, oh, dude, we're gonna get attacked and this and that, and this is gonna happen, and we're going to war. And that was just the talk of the town at the time. It was crazy.
I think I was like in chemistry or I forgot what fucking. So I was in 9th grade. I remember when it happened. I think the second plane landed, and we were all like, these stupid pilots. And
these guys, it's a woman driver.
Yeah, because and then when it came out to be a terrorist attack, we were like, what the fuck is that? Every class kind of like shut down, but we all had to alternate to keep going through our periods or our next class.
Yeah, we did as well, but the TV was just on.
Everyone was just watching TV, and then I think
that's crazy when you think about it, right? Like the whole time you're just glued to the TV, like what the fuck is going on? And then you're seeing the towers just crumble, and it's like, and dude, it was crazy.
I forgot what class I was in, and that's when the towers came down. I think it was like this, like hours later, that's when the towers fell. But there's what I was saying, like there was this conspiracy going on about 9/11, about there was never planes that hit the World Trade Center.
No, there was obviously planes that hit the World Trade Center.
So here was the conspiracy: jet fuel burns at a certain temperature, but not hot enough to melt metal.
I know, but the planes did hit. They were saying that there was bombs in the building.
That's what they were saying. It is worth watching. Doesn't mean you got to believe in it. It's just something to watch. Like I was like, oh, some of this shit kind of, that does make sense, but I'm not. It doesn't mean I'm going to believe it.
If you're saying there's bombs in the building, I can be on board. Like, yeah, because a lot of people said there was a lot of explosions and stuff. I mean, not on board like I believe 100%, but I could kind of, okay, yeah, that could be a thing. But saying planes did not hit it, and somehow all the TVs were caught these two planes, some magically, and everybody's fucking camera magically there was a plane there. That's stupid to me, dude. I mean, it's as dumb as the flat earthers.
Yeah, I'm saying, don't get me started, flat earthers.
It's the same shit.
I could go on a date with those flat earthers.
You see the planes hit the fucking building.
I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying there was a conspiracy theory.
That's a stupid conspiracy. I don't even want to give it fucking time of day, dude.
I like watching them just because I'm like, okay, what do you fucking morons have going on?
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching it just to make fun of them, I'm cool. But
so like Netflix had a really good one on the flat earthers. That was fun to watch. Yes, it was so stupid.
I watched it too, and that one was fun to watch because it's just like you make fun of them and whatever. But yeah, definitely. But all those files are coming out. I'm really happy to see that, man. I want to see how many things will come out of that. It's good to see just all that shit be released to the public, because it's the public should know about all these fucking things going on with our government. I mean, Doge is exposing all the corruption going on, and dude, even at that, I mean, there's so many people that give me hate. They're like, there's no fucking real proof. There's no receipts and all that. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Do you mean there's no receipts?
They're showing you all the shit going on.
Sweet Caroline is showing you the receipts.
It's just ridiculous for them to say that, but I mean, that's the way it is. Like, people can, they could literally show you to your face, this is what's going on, and they'll just not believe it. Now, one of the things I saw that made me fucking laugh so hard is this shit, bro. Oh my God. Look at this guy. Dude, this guy is such a weasel. He looks like a weasel. Look at him.
Well, he's a pencil neck.
He's a pencil neck. But look at this. Look at his talk, dude. I mean, just hear it.
This is someone we cannot trust. This is someone who lacks the character to do this job, someone who lacks the integrity to do this job. We know that. Our Republican colleagues know that.
They don't.
The only qualification Kash Patel has to be FBI director is that when everyone else in the first Trump administration said, no, I won't do that, that crosses moral, ethical, legal lines.
Bro, he's like, I don't do that. He just
okay. Tell me that fucking schmuck with the red tie doesn't look like a reptilian. He looks like a reptilian, right? I tell you, that dude's a fucking reptilian.
Adam Schiff is like, he's this close, bro. He's like 2 seconds away from Gosh is gonna get us.
He's gonna run away. He's gonna run away.
Yeah. He's like, you didn't see him running like that. I hate everyone. And hey, dude, fucking.
He turns around. We didn't listen.
Dude, and the funny thing is, Biden only pardoned him for the J6 committee stuff. He didn't pardon him for all the other stuff. And Cash hates this motherfucker.
I know.
He hates him. That's his arch enemy, bro. That's why he's fighting so hard, where he fought so hard. It's not even fighting no more.
You know that
he fought so hard to get Cash, not to get Cash nominated.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's gonna get fucked. And let's listen to the rest of him crying.
Kash Patel said, "Sign me up." In the first Trump administration, and ethical and legal lines, Kash Patel said, "Sign me up." In the first Trump administration, as we are seeing,
what a fucking pussy! God damn you, weasel motherfucker! Look at how much of a bitch you look like. He knows he's going down. That's the face and the voice of a man that knows he's about to get shellacked.
Him and
the Indian chorizo.
Him and the reptilian with the red tie. That dude's all reptilian.
This guy, he's just like, hey, shit. I'm sorry, bro. You're going down.
He's like slowly backing away out of the camera.
You rise to the level of your sycophancy, and no one is a bigger or more dangerous sycophant than Kash Patel.
Sycophant.
This political hack does not deserve to be in this building. He can't do the job. He won't protect the public. He will misuse the resources of the Bureau. He will weaponize it against the president's political opponents.
You know he wants to cry.
Okay, first of all, talking about weaponizing against the president's political opponents, coming from you, Adam Schiff, is such gold, bro, because you're just projecting. That's exactly what you fuckers have done since 2016. Sorry, I was going to say 2013.
Yeah.
That's what you've done since 2016. You've tried to fucking get this man as a Russian agent, and that's why Kash Patel hates him, because he was part of the Russia hoax.
Yeah,
he was the main guy saying, "I got proof. We have actual proof." No, you fucking didn't. You never had proof, and then nothing ever happened to you, and that's the shit. So I was watching Crowder the other day, and he had these Brazilian journalists that were there, and the Brazilian president, the one that's been locking up his opponents, that dude's a piece of shit, and it turned out, after USAID was exposed, we were basically funding that guy. Like, we're funding the shit to censor all the Brazilians that were talking against the president, because that dude,
we were funding it.
Yes, we were. Our taxpayers, our USAID money. Now, he said something that really resonated with me, because I was like, holy shit, I never thought about that. He said they did the same shit in Brazil. They exposed all the corruption. They exposed everything. But the one thing they didn't do is prosecute the people that were doing the corruption. So he said, and I might butcher it a little bit, but he said, America, if you're going to do this, the one thing, if you don't prosecute anybody, then nothing's going to come out of this, because you're just going to have a regime change in a couple of years and nothing's going to come out of it. And I was like, holy shit, that's fucking true. So he's saying, if you're not going to prosecute all the people that wasted all your money and done a bunch of shady shit, then there's no point in doing anything else, because it's just going to go back to status quo. And that's the leftist thing, right? It's just like, even people I know, bro, I'm like, what solution do you have? No, bro, you just want change for change. So you just want status quo, like the American people just to keep getting fucked over? That's your solution? Is let them keep spending our money frivolously without care, without repercussions, without accountability? That's your solution. Just let it happen.
Yeah,
because we feel comfortable, right? Because nobody wants change.
Yeah,
nobody wants change. So that's your fucking solution. If that's your solution, I'm sorry, bro. I don't even want to have a discussion with you, because I don't even want you to come to the big boys table, because you're not in a mean way, but you have no balls or no courage to
backbone
to do something and change something to make our lives better, make the lives of our children better in the future. Because if you have kids, you want to leave a good country for your kids. You don't want to leave a piece of shit, corrupt country and just say, well, son, we just had to let them keep doing what they're doing and enrich themselves and fuck over the American taxpayer and fucking just start these wars everywhere, so you could go fight in some foreign country and go die because we're having a big dick contest between two people that we could give two shits about. That's where I'm at.
No, yeah, that makes total sense. Like, yeah, if you're not going to prosecute anyone, then what was the whole point of fighting for all this shit?
Like, if you're just going to expose it, that doesn't mean shit. You got to prosecute. And I'm like, That makes perfect sense. They could just change the narrative because, as we know, the left is really good at changing narratives, and they fucking do it well.
It's like,
because they have Hollywood behind them, they have the music industry behind them, they have the fucking mainstream media behind them, they have the social media behind them. Even though social media is kind of like letting things go, but once they put Mark Zuckerberg's nuts in a zip tie,
just pull it back.
He's gonna do the exact same thing and cower away, and they're gonna do the same thing. And Elon Musk is just gonna get fucking. He's gonna go to jail.
Well, I mean, think about it. There's a reason why these three schmucks are fucking standing outside the FBI, the main building. There's a reason for that.
They know they're gonna get
fucked. They know that if they don't do everything they can, if they don't use every ounce of power and whatever left authority they have, they're gonna go to prison. Like
this is survival. This is survival. Look at this dude. His voice is cracking.
No. So one guy is survival. The schmuck on the right, the one with the tall one, he knows he gave up. Like he knows he lost. Like, hey, look at his demeanor.
Yeah, he's like, hey, bro, I'm kind of a big guy.
The one with the red tie, he knows he's going back to outer space. He's a fucking rich shit. The guy in the center, that fucking piece of shit, he's going to fucking prison.
He looks like he's sucking dick already. Look at his cheekbones right here.
Nah, he's going subterranean. He's gonna go in. He's gonna dig himself back into planet Earth.
He's gonna. I'm a gay fish. He's gonna go like Kanye.
I'll see you guys in 1,000 years.
He says. But look at Adam Schiff, bro. I mean, this is a man of desperation. You could just see it.
That's all desperation.
Look at this shit. Like, it's here, man.
Protecting the public safety of the American people. We will vote no.
Of course you will.
Our Republican colleagues, intimidated by this president and threats of primary challenges from MAGA world, may vote to confirm him. But as my colleagues have said, they will have to live with that vote, be accountable for that vote, and be accountable for all the destruction that Patel does to this premier law enforcement agency. Us Democratic members of this Judiciary Committee, stand shoulder to shoulder with the professionals in the FBI.
You're the professional?
Law enforcement everywhere, and we wish our colleagues would do the same. And with that, let me...
He's just at the end of it. He's just
he's like
you just see like a big old snot bubble come out. It's like, come on, Shiffy Poo.
He goes,
hey, Shiffy, come
he goes into a car and starts crying.
He's I'm going to prison.
Where to?
Hey, Chef, I would sell you for a pack of fucking noodles and a spread, you little.
He's like, take me to the airport.
Fucker.
I'm getting out of this country.
Anyways. Here, cheers to Kash Patel and Adam Schiff. Probably gonna get fucked. I'm gonna love it.
They're here.
Woo! Woo! That feels good. But I want him just to get fucking wrecked. I have nothing good to say about that man, other than he's just been a weasel his whole career. He's gotten rich, and he's gotten rich off of the backs of the American people. It's just like the game being played on the people's backs where nobody's seeing it, and he's one of the players on the game. I hope you get everything that's coming to you because
fuck you.
I fuck you. And I hope fucking Kash Patel arrests him and makes him watch Bollywood movies consecutively.
All his 50 years. All Bollywood.
I want him to get fucking solitary
confinement. It's all the fucking all the fucking real shit.
It's just terrible acting movies from Bollywood.
They're all terrible acting.
Oh, dude,
I haven't found one good.
Imagine this fucking 23 hours. Just put him for a month of solitary confinement and just have Bollywood movies all on the whole time. Oh, dude, it's gonna go insane. Get me out of here. Dude,
oh my god, that was so good.
That would be good, dude. That would be good. I would love it. Hey, man, fuck, that's what you deserve, Shiffy Poo. Now, one of the fucking best things I have seen, dude, in a while is this little clip, bro. We've all been saying this forever, right? If you don't like America, then why the fuck are you here?
Yeah.
Now, and I will speak off experience, man. When I used to live overseas, I constantly would hear people bitching about like wherever we were, right? When I was in Thailand, bitching about Thailand. And I'm not going to lie, I partook in some of that stuff because Thailand kind of, have you never been to Thailand, man? Thailand has a lot of shit that's, they really obsess over white culture. And I don't even mean white culture like as in, white culture. They obsess over white skin. And I've told you that when you went. It's hard to get soap in Thailand without whitening cream. They get injections. They stay out the sun. I used to live where I used to live. We used to have a pool, and it was great because it was like my personal pool because nobody would ever go outside because they didn't want to get dark. And I'll never forget one of my colleagues. Her name was Famiza. And Famiza, if you ever watch this shit, I don't think you ever will because she's not gonna watch it. But shout out, I like her, man. She was a good chick. She was a Muslim from New Zealand. Really, really nice girl. We're Aussie, sorry. She was a Muslim from Australia. And she was real white complected, like with Etha and all that. And one time we're at school, she started sitting in the sun like that to kind of tan. And the kids literally made a fucking like a bridge over her to cover her, and they're like, no, dark skin, bad dark skin, and they're saying in Thai too. And it was just, and we freaked out, like, what the fuck? So one of the times, and I'll tell this story real quick.
So she was a goddess to them,
dude. White people, they would just stop white people. I would be with them. They would stop them and just want to take a picture with them. So like the way it goes is white Asians, white people, and the rest. So this is a good story because I haven't told this story on the pod. But one of the things that racism worked in my favor, it was great. So we used to have to go to school like 2 days a week early. Like you would have to go 2 days a week, and you would have to go like kind of like if you had to be at school at 8:30, you had to be there like at 7:45, right?
Okay.
So we hated it, and everybody's like, "Why we have to go 2 days a week that fucking early?" Because you have to wake up way earlier because you take the bus to school, and not many teachers had a motorbike. The little mopeds and so we're there, and the little bicicleta. So one of the head ladies goes up to me and she goes, John, you don't have to go. And I was like, I don't have to go? And she goes, yeah, you don't have to go. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was thinking like, all right, I don't have to go. And all the other teachers were like, what the fuck? Why doesn't he have to go? And they got mad, and I was like, I can go. I don't want to be a dick, like and ruin everything for everybody else. You know, the slot changes and all that. And she goes, no, Mr. John, not go, because brown skin, not beautiful, brown skin. And I'm just there like, what the fuck? And dude, all the white people are just like, oh shit, it's a big.
You should have went like,
it's. I know.
Oh man!
I know. I was like,
damn,
man, this sucks.
I really want to be here, but I
would
can't.
love to go, but my brown skin. I don't know what to do.
I better wear a jacket. Going home.
So we're fucking there, and she goes, brown skin, not beautiful. And she starts going off, and the white people are like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know she was gonna say. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't have to go to school. Really. That's fucking great. So then one of the black dudes goes, and he's there next to me, right? And it was I think he was from England. And he's a black dude, and they do not look kindly upon black people. Not like in they want to hurt you, just they don't look at you. And then she goes, it's like, I think his name was Rick or something. So she was saying, she goes, it's like Eric. Yeah, he's black skin, look like monkey. I cannot sell monkey. No one wants monkey. And I'm just there like, oh shit.
She was there.
Dude, I swear to God, this is not a made up story. And I was just like, oh.
She called you dark skinned, not beautiful. And then she compared him to an animal, a primate.
So she's like, she's saying this shit, right? And the black dude's just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't have to go to school. So me and him just shook hands and like, yeah, bitch, fucking minorities, let's go. And the white people were like so horrified, like they were really horrified. You could see it in their face. They were just, oh my God. And me and the black dude are just laughing. But it was like, I'm not gonna lie, it's really shitty because you're like getting talked down to. But it was almost like, okay, I know it's shitty, but I can like skip a real big thing.
Yeah, but you saw a positive in that.
Yeah, yes. And I was just like, fuck it. And she was like, she literally said, I cannot sell him. No one wants to buy. Don't want to buy him. Not beautiful.
And see, that's what the difference in most cultures. Like most people would have been like offended. They would have like went into like a deep depression, and like that's I guess would have been like, oh, cool. All right, fuck you. You don't want me here at this early.
If that happened here, I'd be like, fuck you, bitch. Like I'm saying, but it was over there. And the thing is, over there, like I said, it was never. I even told you when you visited, it was never like I think they're gonna hurt me. It was more like I think they're just they just won't even associate with you. Like in some ways, it was just a different feeling, man. Like I don't know how to explain it. I never felt like I was in danger. You had some shit. Like I remember one time they planted some yaba on us, and anybody that's been to Thailand, you know what yaba is. It's crazy pill. and we had to pay. You know, they took the money out of our wallet. Other than that, but it wasn't because we're dark skinned. They did that to a white dude. We're with a white guy, you know, so it wasn't like a racist thing. It was just a foreigner. It
was equal upon everybody.
Yeah, you're a foreigner. Fuck you. We're gonna pull a fast one on you. But for the other parts, like it was different. But I don't know, man. They used to just say shit like that. Like they would tell me all the time, like, "Oh, you fat? You need to lose weight. You fat?" And I would be like, "Oh, okay, cool. Nice to meet you."
Yeah, but I tell you that every day. So
no, but this is from like somebody I just met.
Oh,
yeah. They would say, deep, "Oh, huh? Like, yeah." I was just like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry. Let me just not eat. I apologize."
Did you listen to them though?
But yeah.
Did you take their advice?
A little bit. I got a little healthier out there.
You were thinner when I met you.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I was like, "Who's this guy?
Who's this? What happened to the swine I knew once before?
Where's that disgusting fat body?"
but it was like that, right? So, anyways, to get back, I did the weave, you know.
Yeah, we weave a little bit.
The one thing I remember about that is when people would complain a lot, I would get kind of upset. Like, if you don't like it that much here, then get the fuck out. Why are you here? So, like, I started to get to the point in my 3rd year in Thailand. I kind of got to the point where, like, hey, man, I'm kind of complaining too much. Like, I need to go. Like, I just didn't like the system, the way it was treated. Like, I don't know how many times I would go to interviews. They would fucking write a price, and it wasn't not a price. They would write a salary, and it wasn't the salary that they were advertising. They would say, "Oh no, that American salary. You not American." And I'm like, what? Like, bitch. So I had to deal with that over and over, and I would finally get my way, but I had to deal with that, and it just got annoying. And I started, man, fuck these motherfuckers. And then I finally went to Japan. And Japan, it was a totally different situation. Japan was like, "Hey, I'm American." They're like, "Oh, so go ahead, American G-Man." And that's it. It was over. I didn't have to fucking explain. I didn't have to, "Hey, I'm brown and I'm American." They weren't like, "How?" You know, like,
they were excited for you.
God. It wasn't nothing like that. But in Japan, in Thailand, if I say I'm American, they're like,
it's like,
yeah. No, American, no, American. Like, oh, American, like a white person. and I got tired of it. So when I went to Japan, I used to hear people complaining about Japan culture, this. And I used to get mad too. Like, hey, man, if you don't like it, especially the women, right? Because they would go there and the women would get mad because Japan is a very male-dominated society. It is. It's a chauvinistic society in a lot of ways. Like, women have to pour the coffee for the men in the morning, make the coffee and all that stuff. And you would have women out there bitching about, "Oh, I can't believe they do this, and we need to show them this," and like just these feminist bullshit, right? Yeah. And I would say, I remember one time me and my wife were eating at a Mexican restaurant because we didn't get to eat Mexican food, so it was like, you know, special occasion. I think it was my birthday. It's like, let's go eat some beaner food, right? And we fucking go, and there's these bitches out there just talking and complaining about Japan. And I finally went up to them and I was like, "Hey, man, if you don't like it here, why don't you go home?" And then they were just like, "Oh, we're just we're just trying to make changes." It's like, well, go home. Like,
wait, you went to a Mexican restaurant in Japan?
Yeah, in Osaka. There's a little Mexican restaurant like right that like downtown area.
Oh, really? Was it a Jalisco's?
No, it was pretty good though. It was all right, but it wasn't like
you sure it wasn't Jalisco's?
No, it wasn't Jalisco.
I was gonna say, but anyways, they made their way over there.
Anyways, that's just my thing, right? If you don't like the country you're in, then do something, make a change and all that. And I did that. I went to Thailand. I didn't like it after a while. Not that I don't like the people, I just didn't like the way I was being treated enough to the point where I said, "All right, I'll go somewhere else." Went to Japan, and then I started to have kids and said, "Well, I feel like raising kids with a yard, barbecuing. I wanted that whole, that whole thing," and that's why we moved back to America. And Trump, I know people won't like it, but I think Trump does it really well. He says exactly what most people are thinking. Like, if you don't fucking like it, there's a whole nother world out there, bitch. I mean, get Aladdin and put you on the magic carpet ride,
It's pretty simple. If you don't like it here, you have two options: north, south, cross one ocean, or cross the other ocean. That's it. It's cheaper to go north or south.
So this is Trump, and he says no pandering. Very straightforward. If you hate our country, you can leave. I wish every politician could be this direct. It's nothing but common sense, and I totally agree. Like I said, if you don't want to be somewhere, and that goes for Americans and other countries too. Like, fuck it. If you don't want to be somewhere, go home.
Happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave, and that's what I say all the time. That's what I said in a tweet, which I guess some people think is controversial. A lot of people love it, by the way.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people love it. But if you're not happy, in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
God bless you, Trump.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay, too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Bro, that needs to be echoed all over the country, bro. Those words, if you don't like it, you could fucking leave. Like, why are we pandering to a bunch of people that don't want to be here? Especially those motherfuckers protesting and waving their Mexican flags. Dude, if you're waving a Mexican flag in America, you know
they have no allegiance here, bro.
Yes, you have no loyalty, no allegiance. Can you imagine going to Mexico and being with the American flag? Yeah,
America's great, man. I love America.
America, bitches.
Like, why don't you live there? Nah, man. I don't want to.
I don't want to. There's no opportunity for me in America. Like, it's so stupid, bro. It's so dumb. But yeah, man,
I don't know. I can't even bend my mind around that fucking scenario. Like
the stupidity, right? It's just really stupid.
You can't just dumb it down enough to like. No, I don't understand what do y'all mean by waving that flag and just cursing out the country you're living in.
Yeah,
the one that's giving you every opportunity to hate this country.
Every opportunity is giving you, and you've done nothing with it.
You're gonna just sit here and just pander about Viva la Mexico and like, well, then go,
bro.
I don't know.
Yes, I totally agree, dude. But I was when did you see when JD Vance was spanking the fucking Europeans?
He's dude, he was just dick snapping them all.
Mushroom stab.
Bro, he basically called them all communists.
He's out, JD Vance spanks him, and then this dude comes out like the beta he fucking is, an emotional wreck. I mean, God, how much of a beta do you have to be this much of a pussy, dude? Can you imagine being a leader of a country and being this much of a bitch?
No, because I'm not a bitch. I'm not a beta.
Woo! We're gonna do a chuggy. Let's do a chuggy.
We'll do a chuggy chug.
We're gonna go live in a little bit.
Little chuggy.
Little chuggy. So emotional Hesgin. I hope I said his name's wrong because he's a piece of shit. Holds final press conference at the Munich Security Conference chairman. Look at this.
Von Kleist, this conference started as a transatlantic conference. After the speech of Vice President Vance on Friday, we have to fear that our common value base is not that common anymore.
It's not.
I'm very grateful to all those European politicians that spoke out and reaffirmed the values and principles that they are defending.
First off, the values and principles that you are defending is locking people up for for sending social media posts that you deem as hate speech or targeting, or what's the other one, harassing and all that kind of bullshit. So if that's your side of the aisle, you stay on your side of the aisle. We do not share the same values. What do you got to say, Chris?
Fuck you.
There you go. That was simple.
No one did this better than President Zelensky.
Ugh.
What?
Let me conclude, and this becomes difficult.
Oh my God! You're such a
you
beta.
Pussy.
Oh, look at these fucking fruits. Look at it.
Get the fuck out of here. This is why you're all fucking betas. All of you pussies right there.
Oh my God!
All of you shift lovers.
Look at this shit.
I did my best, Fairline. I did my best. Yeah, don't trip over your fucking dress,
Bro,
pussy.
you had to. Okay, now I'm gonna be honest. If I saw my leader do that, I would be like, we're cooked as a country, dude. We are fucked as a country. I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts on that? What would you say if you saw that?
Shameful. Shame. I mean, shame. But like, honestly, bro, like you're like, if the president of the United States went on stage and bitch complained, and then cried at the end, I'm like, yeah, we are fucked. I mean, start buying bullets. That's it. We're fucked.
I mean, that's just so pathetic, though. Like, I do want to say, bro, you have no balls. There's no way you could be a leader or a fucking man, and you can't even get through a speech because somebody told you, hey, by the way, you're censoring people. That's bad. I don't agree with that. And I think you're a horrible country for doing such a thing. I mean, that we're going back to fascist, socialist bullshit. in Europe. I mean, is that what it is?
I think that's where they're going.
And then on top of that, you can't even get through a speech because it hurt you so much. It hurt you that much.
Me course.
Yeah. It's like, you stupid son of a bitch. You're that much of a pussy that you should not be leading the country. I'm sorry.
Well,
and this is
the Europeans.
And this goes to here, and this is where JD Vance kind of basically makes him his bitch. And dude, JD Vance is just so good at what he does. This is why he started crying was a reaction to JD Vance's shellacking that he gave him. He just put him over his knee. Shellacking. Hey, you shut the fuck up, you little bitches. Listen. All right, let's go ahead and watch it.
And normally we mean threats to our external security. I see many great military leaders gathered here today. But while the Trump administration is very concerned with European security and believes that we can come to a reasonable settlement between Russia and Ukraine, and we also believe that it's important in the coming years for Europe to step up in a big way to provide for its own defense, the threat that I worry the most about vis-a-vis Europe is not Russia, it's not China, it's not any other external actor. And what I worry about is the threat from within, the retreat of Europe from some of its most fundamental values shared with the United States of America.
Yes, and what he's talking about is censoring people and arresting people for fucking talking about anything Muslim.
Or posting shit.
All the shit that is going on with the rape culture and the rape groomings that's going on in fucking England. Terrible, bro. And on top of that, I mean, you're arresting people for silent praying now?
Yeah.
Stupid. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? We don't share the same values.
No.
Now, I was struck that a former European commissioner went on television recently and sounded delighted that the Romanian government had just annulled an entire election. He warned that if things don't go to plan, the very same thing could happen in Germany too. Now, these cavalier statements are shocking to American ears. For years, we've been told that everything we fund and support is in the name of our shared democratic values. Everything from our Ukraine policy to digital censorship is billed as a defense of democracy. But when we see European courts canceling elections and senior officials threatening to cancel others, we ought to ask whether we're holding ourselves to an appropriately high standard. And I say ourselves because I fundamentally believe that we are on the same team. We must do more than talk about democratic values. We must live them. Now, within living memory of many of you...
Look at these motherfuckers. They're like, God damn it.
They're all shameful. Damn.
First of all,
motherfucker,
you gotta appreciate just the brilliance of JD Vance, bro. I mean, he went from a kid that came from a drug addict mother, piece of shit family, went to one of the best schools, and now is vice president of the U.S. Bro.
Marines. And then he went
American dream.
He went to Harvard, right? Was it Harvard or Princeton?
It was one of those. Harvard, maybe.
I know after the Marines, he went to a prestige.
You in this room, the Cold War positioned defenders of democracy against much more tyrannical forces on this continent. And consider the side in that fight that censored dissidents, that closed churches, that canceled elections. Were they the good guys?
No.
Certainly not. And thank God they lost the Cold War. They lost because they neither valued nor respected all of the extraordinary blessings of liberty. The freedom to surprise, to make mistakes, to invent, to build. As it turns out, you can't mandate innovation or creativity, just as you can't force people what to think, what to feel, or what to believe. And we believe those things are certainly connected.
Yep. I mean, things have gotten so Orwellian in Europe. I mean,
it's unrecognizable.
Yes.
And unfortunately, when I look at Europe today, it's sometimes not so clear what happened to some of the Cold War's winners. I look to Brussels, where EU commissars warn citizens that they intend to shut down social media during times of civil unrest the moment they spot what they've judged to be, quote, hateful content.
Dude, ain't that wild, though?
Yes.
Like that. I mean, no, but just to hear that it's like if we have a little bit of civil unrest and I don't agree with what you put, I'm not gonna let you talk anymore. I'm gonna
silence you.
I'm gonna limit or silence your ability to speak in the town circle to find a solution of what's going on, because obviously there's a big issue going on, right? And I'm just gonna silence you because I feel what you said is hateful. Can you imagine we had that fucking attitude going into World War II? We would have got our ass kicked. We would be speaking German and Japanese right now. Or I mean, I speak Japanese for other reasons. Hey, you got that Japanese pussy, you know? You got it's like
yeah, speak a little bit of that, right?
You get that Japanese. Oh shit! I fucking came too early. Look at I got all small.
There you go. See, you grew the little.
Or to this very country, where police have carried out raids against citizens suspected of posting anti-feminist comments online as part of, quote, combating misogyny on the internet, a day of action.
Crazy.
I look to Sweden, where 2 weeks ago the government convicted a Christian activist for participating in Koran burnings that resulted in his friend's murder.
He was staring at him.
Wow.
And as the judge in his case chillingly noted, Sweden's laws to supposedly protect free expression do not, in fact, grant, and I'm quoting, a free pass to do or say anything without risking offending the group that holds that belief.
Oh, dude, look at these motherfuckers. Look at them. Look at this dude's face right here. He's like this.
I'm disgusted. Oh my God. Dude, this motherfucker has not looked down once at note.
Look at this guy is more like, holy shit.
He's like Whiplash.
And this guy's just like, hey, he dies, he dies.
So he's all like, he has a point. This guy,
I like this guy.
Comrade, he has a point. Yeah,
I just raped like 5 bitches right now.
Just eat a bunch of beef and just drink some vodka.
He's just hey, I like that guy you got. What's his name? Liver King. He's a good guy.
Good man.
And look at this guy.
He's still reading he's still reading subtitles right there.
Look at this guy. He's on Grindr. And look at this bitch. It's like, I'll suck his dick
look at the girl on the right. She's already orgasming because
yeah,
she's full orgasm. Right?
She's an ugly bitch. You ugly. But hey, man, he's doing it. This guy's. I think he's kind of wanting to suck some dick.
I think he's turned on.
Yeah, he looks like he's turned on a little bit. That's a good pause. I'm gonna go for it.
And perhaps most concerningly, I look to our very dear friends, the United Kingdom.
Yeah,
where the backslide away from conscience rights has placed the basic liberties of religious Britons in particular in the crosshairs. A little over 2 years ago, the British government charged Adam Smith Connor, a 51-year-old physiotherapist and an Army veteran, with the heinous crime of standing 50 meters from an abortion clinic and silently praying for 3 minutes. Not obstruct.
How fucked up is that? You stand like if you're a Christian, you believe abortion is murder. Now, I'm not gonna get into the whole debate because that's up to you, whatever you believe. I mean, I think you're probably like whatever, man. But the thing is, if you silently pray outside of a fucking place that you think is killing kids, you get arrested. That's your fucking policy, bro. You're a piece of shit.
So
you're a piece of shit.
He was jailed for praying for forgiveness.
Silently praying too.
Silently praying for forgiveness for
the babies getting murdered. And for the families that probably murdered.
For life that was taken away.
Yes. How terrible is that?
Anyone, not interacting with anyone, just silently praying on his own. And after British law enforcement spotted him and demanded to know what he was praying for, Adam replied simply, it was on behalf of the unborn son he and his former girlfriend had aborted years before. Now, the officers were not moved. Adam was found guilty of breaking the government's new buffer zones law, which criminalizes silent prayer and other actions that could influence a person's decision within 200 meters of an abortion facility. He was sentenced to pay thousands of pounds in legal costs to the prosecution. Now, I wish I could say that this was a fluke, a one-off crazy example of a badly written law being enacted against a single person. But no, this last October, just a few months ago, the Scottish government began distributing letters to citizens whose houses lay within so-called safe access zones, warning them that even private prayer within their own homes may amount to breaking the law.
Bro, that one's wild. private prayer inside your home can be breaking the law.
Yeah, but how would they know?
But still, I mean, who knows? It may I don't know, but that's just thinking about it. It's insane to me. It's insane how that is.
Yeah, but how would they know?
I don't know. I don't know that law, but what he said, I don't think JD Vance is going to say that for no reason. There has to be something that's there, and then we're going to have to look it up a little bit.
Because that's if that's a crime, then praying to yourself inside your head, even if they think you're thinking a thought.
Minority Report. Hey, we're getting there.
I do it. Let's get out of here.
But like, okay, do you apply the same thing to Muslim people when they have to pray every couple of fucking hours? Now, that's the thing. Is the law applied equally to everyone? And if it's not, then we have a 2-tier system and that needs to go. That's all I gotta say.
Naturally, the government urged readers to report any fellow citizens suspected guilty of thought crime. In Britain
Minority
and across
Report.
Europe.
That's Minority Report.
Play back.
Hold on, we're gonna go back.
Naturally, the government urged readers to report any fellow citizens suspected guilty of thought crime. In Britain and across Europe, free speech, I fear, is in retreat.
Okay, JD, you don't have to fear. We know it's gone. We're the only ones because it's in our Constitution.
He's got to.
Yeah, I know, but it's gone. It's gone.
And in the interests of comedy, my friends, but also in the interest of truth, I will admit that sometimes the loudest voices for censorship have come not from within Europe, but from within my own country.
Yeah.
Where the prior administration threatened and bullied social media companies to censor so-called misinformation. Misinformation like, for example, the idea that coronavirus had likely leaked from a laboratory in China. Our own government encouraged private companies to silence people who dared to utter what turned out to be an obvious truth.
Yes.
So I come here today not just with an observation, but with an offer. And just as the Biden administration seemed desperate to silence people for speaking their minds, so the Trump administration will do precisely the opposite, and I hope that we can work together on that. In Washington, there is a new sheriff in town.
Woo!
And under Donald Trump's leadership, we may disagree with your views, but we will fight to defend your right to offer it in the public square, agree or disagree.
Okay.
Kiss my ass.
I do want to say one thing.
Just one thing.
Just one thing. Can you imagine the balls you have to have? Just be like a young, like this dude probably, how old is he? Like 40 something?
Dude, this guy's 42 years old.
He's yeah, okay, but that's how old almost I am. The balls to go to all the world, look at this shit. All the world leaders in Europe and say, I'm gonna fucking teabag every one of you motherfuckers on live TV.
Okay.
And I just want to say, the balls you have to go on live TV in front of their fucking face. You're not being an asshole saying it behind their back. You're like, hey, everybody, look up here. I'm gonna tell you what you're doing wrong because you're a bunch of pussies. Dude, the amount of balls that takes is phenomenal. It's brave talk about brave. That's brave. That's awesome. He's telling them to their fuck face, y'all are doing wrong, and we're not going to be a part of it. And if we continue to do wrong, then we're going to have to fucking find new alliances. And I fucking love it.
That's not balls, and that's not brave. That is the second most powerfulest man in the world.
But it's still, dude,
that has nothing to do with that.
You don't think so?
That right there is an alpha stepping on a world stage, telling these motherfuckers.
No, I agree with that.
I don't have to be brave. It's because y'all can't do shit about it. I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna fucking helicopter my cock out here, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. You all did wrong, and I'm here to tell you one thing: get on board or get the fuck off.
No,
that's basically what he said, bro. This guy, that has nothing to do with bravery. This motherfucker is the second most powerful band in the world.
I totally agree with you there. I stand corrected.
He did not have to look over any of his shoulders.
But the thing is, it's not that. It's just compared to like what we've seen so far with all the shit that's happened.
The only man
to do something like that and say, I'm gonna be this guy and I'm gonna go up to you in front of your fucking face and tell you you are all a bunch of pieces of shit for fucking stepping on liberties and like shitting Okay, hold up.
Oh, damn.
And perverting the word democracy. They're perverting the word democracy. They are. They're perverting it. They're perverting it to the point where saying, "Oh, because we need everybody to feel comfortable." They're perverting the word democracy, but just to do it in front of their face in a live TV is fucking ballsy. I'll give them that.
I'll give you this one on ballsy. Donald Trump say, "You go to this fucking conference and you show the balls of America." What is stand in front of all the world leaders right there and
That's what I'm saying.
And just fucking tell them teabag.
Well, I mean, even the founding fathers were
I'll
young.
give you that one. Yeah, that was, yes, you are right too on that part. That was
a lot of founding fathers were fucking in their 20s, bro. A good portion of them. I mean, you're talking about like even Thomas Jefferson writing that great Declaration of Independence and all that. But it's and that's ballsy too. I'm not saying he's like the only one that's been that ballsy.
He's not. But in our modern time.
Yeah. And just to see a young fucking badass like that.
Actually,
that that comes from shit. He comes from nothing. People should look at him and say, this motherfucker came from a drug addict mother that tried to run him over. He did something to try to run him over. A grandmother that was all fucked up. I mean, you got to watch that. What was it? Hillbilly or
something like that.
Come from just shit background to become vice president to going in 40 something years old. If I was his mother, I would be so fucking proud. If there's ever a display of the American dream, this is it.
Absolutely.
This is the fucking American dream. There's somebody that comes from shit. And I know people will say no because he's white. Dude, no, it don't matter what color he is. He comes from the fucking gutter. He went from rags to riches. He went from the gutter to the fucking presidency. And I'm sorry, if you don't agree, then you're just lying to yourself, or you're being deceitful, and in a way that you just want to trick your audience that you're talking to that he's not the American dream. He is. I'm gonna show y'all what real leadership looks like. And he did. He showed them this is real leadership. And it's like, it's true what you said. I don't have to look behind my back. I got President fucking Trump. I don't have to look behind my back. I got President Trump that will annihilate you if you have anything to say about me. And I wouldn't doubt President Trump told him, hey, bro, I need you to go there and just spank him.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Trump just said like a few words. Don't disappoint me. Because if you disappoint me, you disappoint the country. But it's like going back to your point. It's like how you said, like, you know, there was leaders back then who had to deal with, you know, back in the founding fathers. They didn't have to deal with as many fucking world leaders.
No. There wasn't that many world leaders.
That's what I'm saying.
But you had to deal with the UK.
But back then, it was a different times. There was a lot of killing.
The British were fucking the most powerful navy and army in the fucking planet.
Oh, yeah.
So it was still intimidating, yeah.
Intimidating, but not like this. But at the same point, yeah, there's a bunch of betas and.
Oh yeah, I mean the fucking dude cried afterwards.
I'm pretty sure everyone had to like pull their pants up because of the flood that they had to walk through. They're all fucking crying.
Just lived.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like God bless fucking JD Vance, bro. Like this guy just came out and just hammered. He just really showed the long dick of the law and just said, "Hey, we're America. We're back. This is what you get. If you're not on board, get the fuck off."
He literally said that too. He goes like the past administration where there's a new sheriff in town. He basically said that in a nicer way, like, hey, by the way, that fucking weekend at Bernie's fucking president we had the last 4 years,
that time's over.
He's gone. And now we got a big dick orange Cheeto.
Big old fucking
it's a big old Cheeto.
It's a picture. He's all unwrapping it.
He's all, hold on, let me show you this. Let me show you my boss's cock.
Hey, can you touch it?
It starts off all little.
Oh, it's like a little napkin. It's a big old fucking.
You just see like it just be a big old fucking Cheeto guy. Hey, that's Trumpy.
My boss wanted me to show you this.
Hey, my boss sent you a DP and he wants you to see.
Check your emails.
He
sent it on a PDF.
It's a PDF, but it's in 2 segments because it's so big.
It's just so massive. You're gonna get it in 2 series.
So that's the shaft, and that's the base.
You're gonna get what's in between on season 3.
I know, right? You get the middle part.
It's
later.
Just as it goes on.
He's some people say I have a humongous penis. I don't say that, but
some people say I have a big wiener.
I don't say that.
I say it's huge.
I say it's average, but people say it's big. I don't know what to tell you. He always does that shit. I love it. But dude, yes, it's great, and I love to see it. I think it's great for our country to show some nuts. And yeah, man, I really got nothing bad to say about JD Vance at this point.
He has impressed.
I think he's impressed me way beyond Mike Pence would ever have done. I think Mike Pence was a lame duck. I mean, he was good at the time, and I didn't like him.
Bill platitude.
Yeah, but he just wasn't the guy for this moment. At this moment, you need a guy that's gonna
have the president's back.
Yeah, have the president's back, but also just articulately express what the president's agenda is. Because Trump cannot articulately express his agenda. That's just one problem. He's an entertainer. He can fucking get people riled up like, yeah. And he's good at that. I fucking respect him for that because he is an entertainer, man. He's had so many years in the media and all that. But JD Vance can articulate what he says. He says like shit like Zelensky's a dictator. And the wannabe dictator Zelensky or whatever. And then JD Vance will say, well, he is a dictator because you know why? He stopped having elections and he put wartime. He started to fucking get rid of a certain Orthodox Christianity.
And that's so crazy because like you see in the media, like when Trump says something and you see JD Vance come on, JD Vance is like critiquing everything he's saying.
He's a refined Trump.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see the future for that guy, dude. I hope he runs for president in 2020. I always said I would either vote for fucking what's his name Vivek or Ron DeSantis. But
I don't think Vivek will run for president. He's gonna run for governor.
Vivek has fallen out of grace a lot because there's a lot of things that
it's not his time yet. It's not Vivek's time yet.
I don't even know it's that. I just think but he's good, man. I like him still.
It just sucks that they both went to law school together.
Oh, JD Vance and Vivek?
Yeah.
But I think it's JD Vance's time, man. I think JD Vance will have a run at the presidency. I think he'll do fine.
It'll be cool. I mean, I think it'll be so fucking phenomenal if JD Vance goes for president and tells Vivek, "You're my running mate."
That'd be great.
But it's gonna be you because after he does his 8 years, you're gonna do your 8 years, and we're gonna keep this fucking Republican democracy just fucking going at it. Just that'll be unstoppable.
The way things are going, though, I would love to see JD Vance run for 2028. I guess that's the only guy I think that's for the job. Yeah,
because imagine the gravy train that'll just come after Trump. I mean, if everything goes to plan and the world gets better, we get peace in the East. We fix America's financial issue. We have the stability around the world, and Trump has nothing to lose no more.
Oh, he can't run again.
It's just last four. That's it. He's done. He's gonna do everything he can in his power. He's gonna piss everyone off to get the world going. For the next leader, hopefully JD Vance, gravy train. All he has to do is just keep the policies going, keep the peace going, keep the wars out of the world, and after that.
Hey, where Trump's going to get rid of all those IRS agents that he did. I think it was
no more taxes. Apparently no more property taxes. And if you're a homeowner, you don't want that shit.
Yeah. And then did you see what's her name? Jasmine Crockett said, "We're not in the business of giving money away." Dude, a Democratic representative, Congresswoman, said, "We're not in the business of giving money." That's your whole business.
Did. Y'all are giving free money away to illegals.
Tell me something. Give me something to throw at something. Fuck
throw
you.
It that way.
Shit. It's so stupid to hear that. Like it's like I said before, Trump cornered them to back up the IRS, to back up fucking property tax, to back up all these taxes, to back up the FBI that everybody knows is corrupt. And
God bless you, Kash Patel.
And they're so stupid that they would just say anything. Like he had the New York governor backing up congestion tax. Did you see that shit? Fucking idiot.
Congestion.
Dude. So like basically
traffic,
like paying the tolls, the tolls and all that.
Traffics.
Yeah, and he had the governor. He had the governor saying she was saying that it's such a good thing and all that, and a bunch of New Yorkers are like, "Fuck
yeah!"
That.
It was like $9 a toll.
Yes, $11. Yes, and he had them backing that up. Nobody wants to pay extra when you're fucking like trying to survive and buy groceries for your families, trying to survive and pay mortgage, trying to survive and do all the shit that you need to do to fucking have your family secured. Nobody's gonna back up anything that you're gonna overcharge us in that way. And for you to like everything he says, they just go against it, and it's fucking beautiful. That's the magic of Trump. He could get them to say the most stupid shit. Like, I would just play that shit on a loop in Congress of Crockett saying that we're not in the business of giving money. Anytime they say, hey, we're going to do this new thing, I would put, what? We're not in the business of giving money. I'd be like, there you go. You said it yourself. Fuck it. We're done. Hands clean. No more money. Fuck it. We're not giving nobody no more money. And I would be okay with it. I
forgot where I heard that on the New York thing. They were paying like $9 to $11 on the toes.
They were paying like $9 or $11.
Like, what was it, like to cross bridges or?
Where it's just the the highways in certain areas, like even in Houston and Dallas, they charge you for it.
Yeah, I still get this thing in the mail. It's like, oh, pay your easy tax.
Yeah,
like fucker, I paid that shit all. Y'all get nah, fuck that shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much about the congestion tax. I just know a lot of New Yorkers don't like it. I don't blame them. I know it charges them $9 or $11, and I know they paid it. And then she even said how great it was, and that's the stupidest shit.
$9. That's like what? That's like almost 3 gallons.
Imagine going to work every day, having to pay $9 just to go from one side of the town to the other.
Is that 9 to and from?
I don't know.
So like 18?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Fuck. But still, I mean, that's a lot of money.
Kiss my ass.
Yes, exactly. But that's the shit that's going on, and I'm just all for it, man. One of the things that I want to end on was the Hamas trade-off shit that was fucked up. Did you see that shit?
I know they had until Saturday noon to release. I think all I heard was they released a few of them.
So they didn't release really anybody. They just released the 2 kids and the mother. So they had a parade.
Oh, the dead bodies.
Yes. So we're gonna go. Let's go ahead and watch this and end it on this. And this is fucked up. This is fucked up. They had a parade, and this should end the story of it's not Hamas. It's not Palestinians. It's Hamas. No, it's the people, bro. It's the people. And let's go ahead and watch this. Now these are the bodies of the babies that they killed. They're 2 brothers that they killed and the mother.
Hold on. There's a mother and babies in there?
There's the babies in that
one. Like infants? Like infants or babies? Like
no, like babies.
Children?
Like one of them's like a baby and a child, I believe. On top of that, they have celebrity music.
Are those hostages?
Yeah, but they killed him. Now, these motherfuckers, this is pure evil. They've kidnapped a lady and her 2 kids, 2 boys, and they said that they died in drone strikes from Israel. That didn't happen. What they died was they got beaten to death by their bare hands, and they didn't get kidnapped by Hamas. You know who they got kidnapped by? Fucking Palestinians that helped Hamas go into Israel, and that's what they did. And they're having a celebration, a parade. Okay, so that's what happened, right? So look at this shit.
All those people are celebrating that shit?
Yes. This is Gaza cheering for the dead Jewish babies. This is Gaza. This the rest is propaganda. Yes, this is Gaza. That's what it is. And this is one of the babies. That's one of them. How much of a scumbag do you have to be to kill a fucking innocent child like that? And this is what they had on their poster. God, that makes me mad, bro. It makes my blood boil. So this is what they had on the poster. That they're celebrating it, and then this is Netanyahu. They have him as a vampire, and this is a celebration, bro. Look at it. 2 kids and this mother. Doesn't that piss you off? So this is the parade of the. How many people are there? Cheering. Okay, let's put it in perspective. They're cheering the fucking the death of innocents. Like these weren't fucking soldiers. They were soldiers. Yeah, these are kids and a woman. So what happened was, now this is even the worst part of it. So they gave them those caskets, right? They were locked. And then when they opened it, they found out the woman, because in Israel, this is where Israel's fucking stupid. Israel exchanged a bunch of killers that they had in their prisons for that family, that mother and those 2 kids, because they believe that they should have a proper burial, which I respect that. But still, why would you give killers away for dead people? On top of that, what Hamas did was they didn't even give the mother back. They put a dead Palestinian woman in the casket. And when they did the autopsy, they were saying that's not even the mother. So the 2 kids were the 2 kids. They gave them back. They killed them like brutally with their, like supposedly they killed them with their bare hands. Now the mother's body hasn't came back, and then they said, well, they basically said like, oh, Hamas said, oh, we'll do an investigation and we'll find out where the mother is then. So they know where she's at. They probably killed her, but they're fucking hiding her body. So we know what they're gonna do is they're gonna say, "Well, give us some more of our people," and then and Israel will probably fucking do it, which is a stupid policy, but that's what they do. And yeah, man, it's fucked up. Like this innocent's death. Now I know innocence dies in Gaza as well, but it says that Trump tells advisors he wants Gaza wiped out after Hamas parades coffins of dead hostages.
Yes,
mom, 2 young sons, elderly man. I want to see Gaza wiped out. I don't want to see even one building standing. Now, is that a good policy? I can't tell you, bro. I'm not the guy making decisions, but I will say this: when I first see that, I get emotional and I want to wipe them out too.
I'll give you my opinion. So here's the thing. So in that side of the world, compare it. I'm gonna do a small comparison. I'll try to do it fast. The way we're raised, how were we raised? We were raised to, love our family, love our siblings, try not to judge, but we're not perfect. And if you find some religion to love and, follow your religion, and just be a good person. Now, in what I just said, does any of that say to hate anything, hate a race, hate, and want something dead? No. It just says to love. It just, Americans have always just, we're going to have bad people in America, but everyone is pretty much raised to just love and to treat someone better than you want to be treated.
Because we have a lot of Christian values, yeah.
Yes. Now, in Hamas, what's the one thing they practice? Hate Jews, hate Jews, hate Jews. And so if you have a family, a mom and dad, or a man who marries however wives he wants, what's he going to teach his children?
Yeah, I mean, it's
and what are those children? What are those children going to be raised to teach their children?
Yeah, it's inherent.
So it's never going to go away. You're never going to fix this issue. You're never going to fix anything. You can make all these little bipartisan laws. You can do whatever you want to do. So we might get some hate on this one. I think Trump's right on this part.
I think so too, but we're thinking emotionally.
But I'm not. Okay, but I'm not saying wipe mass genocide. That's not ever going to be the answer.
Okay, but I'm going to just say this. That's an emotional response, and I had to catch myself, right? Because emotionally, you see that
you want to do retribution. You want retribution, mass genocide. No, that's never the answer.
I never want mass genocide. It's just I'm like, you know what, you motherfuckers, you want to play games? I'm gonna fucking show you.
Let's go to fucking war. Yes.
And I thought that the same thing because I was telling one of my colleagues, I was like, bro, the first thing I thought when I heard the story, I see that little baby, and I'm like, oh, dude, y'all need to get wiped out. Like y'all motherfuckers need to get y'all need to get wiped out. That's it. And then I thought about it logically. That's not a good way of thinking because but that's the one thing, right? Every time a school shooting happens, everybody thinks emotionally. Everybody goes emotionally. We need to take away guns because the kids.
You got to take a few steps back.
And I totally get it because if my kid had to die from some shit like that, yeah, you're gonna get emotional. But the thing is, yeah, you gotta step back and think logically. That's being an adult, right? Like, that's one thing I don't. But sometimes you gotta tell yourself, like, hey man, I'm thinking emotional. You know, I need to take a step back.
But
let me think logically.
Here's the hard part on this part. If you try to get the innocents out of that country, what's the one thing Hamas does? Hide behind the innocent.
Yeah, and it's terrible.
So where do you? So I
they both have blood on their hands. Israel has blood.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying one's better than the other, but I'm saying
one's better than the other. I'm just saying they both have blood in their hands.
On this one issue is, how do you get the innocent out?
I'm sure there's innocent, but it's hard to find which ones can you reprogram,
because Hamas is going to go straight to. They're going to hide behind the innocent, like they did with the.
It's a fucked up thing, yeah. I think
it's a tough issue, but when it comes down to it, you have two options. Do we keep this biblical war, how you put it last time?
It is, yeah.
Or do we just settle the fucking matter right now and deal with the consequences after? I think settle with the consequences after is the best.
But that's what we did after World War II, and we're dealing with the consequences.
It's going to be one or the other.
No, but because that's what we did. Obviously, we basically said, all right, we're going to just displace these people, and then we'll deal with the consequences later, and then we're dealing with them now. So
we obviously didn't settle the matter.
Yes, and now it's, and the fucked up thing is nobody wants the Palestinians.
No,
they use them. No, but they use them like you have Egypt will use them in certain ways, but they don't want them. Well, Jordan will use them, but they don't want them.
Look what they do.
Iran will use them, and they don't want them. And all these people are doing these things, and it's fucking crazy because there is no easy answer to this whole situation.
There's no easy answer.
And to be president, dude, this is why I would hate to be, and not like I could even be president, but just thinking about being in that position, to have that kind of, like even Truman, right? To have that decision, should I drop the A-bomb? I agree with Tucker Carlson. I don't think we should have dropped the A-bomb, but I also see a lot of ways. I mean, Japan
was pressing the matter on the issue of what had just happened.
But I still think we could have won without dropping an A-bomb, and then we continue to fucking do A-bomb experiments and hurting a lot of people.
So
those decisions are so hard, and this is why it's, dude. Can you imagine being in charge of those decisions?
Well, this is why he has a cabinet.
Yeah,
he has people to help him with this, because one man cannot shoulder the whole fucking world's problem on top of his own country's problem. One man cannot shoulder that. The only one who can is God. And guess what? He's not going to be a part of this equation right now. So
that's crazy to think that you are the deciding factor of should this group of people. Like it's just crazy.
You think about it, it's haunting,
dude. I mean, yeah.
So imagine if one president, Truman,
like even George Bush.
Imagine how he had to sleep after that.
Oh, bro!
For the rest of his life.
I mean, knowing hundreds of thousands of people,
and it's gonna be in history.
Oh, and your name is gonna be behind it, and that's the question, right? Would FDR have dropped the bomb if he didn't die? And that's the thing, because FDR got his 4th term, he died from polio, and then Truman fucking was at the helm. And would FDR have dropped the bomb? I don't know if FDR would have, and we would be in a whole different fucking existence right now. If the bomb was never dropped, it
would have been a whole different world.
Yes. And that's crazy to think about. And it's crazy to think about like how the world's going to look in like 50 years if we're going to take over Gaza or we're not. And if it is, I mean, how is it going to look in 50 years? Is it going to be this fucking, what is it? They called it the like Mar-a-Lago. What they call it? They had a name for it. Something Lago. Anyways, is it going to be the Mar-a-Lago of fucking the Middle East? Or is it going to be, I mean, it's a war-torn zone where we're just in this never-ending conflict. I don't know.
So if you were given one day to think about it, what would be your solution to the Hamas solution?
That's too much for me.
But you had one day.
If it was one day, bro, I would be like, hey man, we're just gonna enter. I would just be like, fuck it, dude. We're just gonna get there. I think I would get to the point like, these motherfuckers, like, we're gonna free the people. Like, I'm gonna tell the people, hey, and then we're gonna just re-educate them, and not in a way like in a prison camp, but like, you know what, like Jews, you don't have to hate these people. You don't have to hate anybody, and we're gonna show you that you can live a normal life. You can live a good life, and if they don't want to be a part of it, then fuck it. Like, just go to war, man. Like, I don't know what else to do other than continue this cycle of bullshit over and over. We've been doing this since World War II. What are we doing? Like, the whole
we just been
definition.
we just been killing each other since
we're just killing each other, and it's even like after World War II, from 1950 to 1953, we had the Korean War. From fucking from 1955, 55 to 75, we're in the fucking Vietnam conflict. We never really settled anything. We've been in proxy wars all over Iran, fucking like Vietnam, Korea. We're just and all over. I mean, South America. You have all kinds of shit that we've been involved in, and nothing's ever settled anything. So what the fuck are we doing? Like, and there has to be a point where we gotta say to each other. And if aliens ever did come down to Earth, I don't know, they're probably fighting each other intergalactically too. And if they're not,
no, those wars are over.
If they're not, then they probably come down here and be like, yeah, y'all are still in this fucking tribal bullshit that's going on. And it's true, yeah. Like, it's, what are we doing? And I don't know. There's no easy answer to any of this shit other than like it's like the whole Attack on Titan, Eren Yeager situation.
The rumbling.
People want to kill you. Do you just do the rumbling and annihilate everybody and live in peace, or is that the wrong way?
If you think about the rumbling,
because eventually they're gonna want to kill you and take everything that you got. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's not an easy answer. Eren Yeager had to make that answer.
So the way I see it on that part is that the rumbling had two points to it. Is one, you have to get rid of the evil on one way, but it's going to come at a price, the price of what? Someone's life. So he decided, I'm going to rid the world of the evil, sacrificing my life as paying the bill for it. Now,
but no, he was going to eradicate everyone that wanted.
His plan was going to eradicate, but at what cost? His own life.
Yeah, but at the time he thought he was gonna do that. It wasn't gonna be in his life. Eventually, it was. From what I remember, you misinterpreted the entire thing. Eren Yeager already knew what was going to happen. He knew his life was going to be. He knew his life was. So that's why I'm saying. But he was going to do it for his family and friends.
He knew he was going to eradicate the evil by sacrificing his life for it, because that was part of the whole plan. So,
which is noble.
Which is very noble, but how do you put that weight on your shoulders, knowing that I'm going to eradicate, my friends are going to hate me, they're never going to understand, but my life is going to be what's going to be given for this.
Yeah, he took out like what, 80% of the earth?
Yeah. He boiled the seas, bro. He boiled the seas to get across.
That's crazy.
So when you think about it, I mean, like, yeah, like
was he right or was he wrong in your eyes?
In my eyes, he was right.
He was right. Why do you say that?
What was going to happen if he didn't do it? If the walls stayed up,
I mean, living in hell.
It's going to keep being a cycle. They're still going to keep being. They're going to keep being killed by the Titans. The Titans were always going to keep coming. So Eren Yeager thought of one thing. He thought, I saw this anime a long time ago. So for those of y'all who are watching or anime fans, please forgive me. I'm going to chop this up. I might fuck this up a little bit. So at the very end, when you remember when damn it, I already forgot the name for the Beast Titan, his brother.
Okay, well, just go into it. Like, so you thought he was right?
I thought he was right because he knew that if he didn't make a change, he had this one chance. He had the gift. If he didn't make a change, it's never going to stop. So either eradicate by sacrificing his life, which he did, or it's just going to keep going. But he already knew what was going to happen. The moment he touched the hand of the royal blood, of the royal family,
dude, that was crazy, yeah.
He got it all. That's it. He already knew. And when Sid took him back in time, they had little tiny glimpses of them. He spent the entire 18 years with Sid watching everything go down. So he already knew.
The one thing that I appreciated so much about that whole series at the end was like,
I didn't watch the last episode.
Okay, so the one thing
I read the manga, so I didn't know what happened though.
Well, the one thing I appreciated the most was at the end, right? Like, all this shit goes down, everything happens, and then at the end, people are still forming their militaries and their armies to fucking like still say, oh, we need to protect ourselves. We need to protect ourselves. Yeah. And then I read that the author was saying The reason I did that was because I wanted to show no matter what happens, human nature is always going to be that way. Like there's always going to be one tribe that's going to take over another tribe.
We're evil.
Yes, like human nature is flawed, and we're always going to fucking see somebody as a threat, and we're always going to take
the Bible says that.
And that's one of the best messages. I was like, holy shit, because when you think, I mean, I knew that before. I mean, it's not like you don't know that, but when you see it and then you see it and you think about it more like critically, right? Like, yeah, man, no matter what we do, like you could wipe out 80% of the earth, right? And he wiped out a good portion of it. I forgot how much it was. 80%.
It was the rumbling, bro.
But he didn't wipe out the entire thing that he wanted to. But in the end, we're still fighting each other because just human nature.
Think of a time when there wasn't, in one century, generation, decades, however long you want to say it, when there wasn't war.
There's always been war.
The entire, if you look at the entire history of every culture, doesn't matter if it's on this continent or another continent, everyone's been at war. Maybe not at each other, but it's always been at fucking war. So what does that tell you?
Always at each other.
And no.
Yes, every piece of land was taken by force.
Since history, since they were writing on clay bricks, America was never at war with this country.
Well, America wasn't at war,
but everyone was at war with somebody.
Yes.
So what does that tell you about mankind? We just weren't meant to rule a fucking world. At least together.
It just tells you mankind. I mean, it just tells you like we're flawed beings. Like we are. Yeah. Like that's all it tells you. It doesn't tell you anything other than that. Like that's all it is. Like we're flawed beings that always think of self-interest, and we will continue to fucking destroy each other as long as we feel it's, as long as we could justify it in our heads and have something better for our own, like your own, like generations later. I know if I take over them, my kids will have a great existence, right? And you're always going to think that way.
But theirs won't. They'll always hate us.
Yeah, there's always for every cause there's an effect, right? I mean, if I do this is going to happen. If I do that, that's going to happen. But, and that's the way it's always been since the beginning of time. I mean, we've always humans have always found a way to create war, to create fighting. That's just the way it's always been. Anyways, I had a good time. Hope y'all did too. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Anyways, Chris, take us out.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining the podcast. We will see you on the next one. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, motherfucker.
And to Jennifer, Mike Corzio, and Tim at CPAC, guys, I hope you are having a great time. Thank you for the love and support. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Y'all take care. See you later.